any nervousness you may feel. Strive not to use notes, and the time allotted for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. When I asked the speaker about today's topic, she told me the topic and I remembered my childhood. When I went to my 5th standard school, that is shifted from village to the town, and I used to travel between the journey to school and back. It's about 5 to 6 kilometers. We have to cross a place called News Corner, that is in the city. So there, the newspaper used to be displayed very beautifully. So I used to look at the English newspaper so thick, and I used to wonder who will be reading this one in my place. How can they really read that language? Because I started learning English from the class 5, and I used to put full stop after every sentence, every word. So that was the kind of curiosity I had at that time, but I nurtured a dream that once I should also learn to read or speak that language. And that is the topic of today's speech. You never have to look back after. Today's speaker is professionally a banking employee. Unusually took a leave for a year to not only join Toastmasters. I heard that she is learning many other things. This is what we have to do. As we say undo, we have to say unlearning as well. She has stopped her career and took a break to look at what else is there to learn. So without much ado, let me call Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi with her speech, Project 3.
If we are too fast, it is not only the scenery we miss, we also miss the sense of where and why we are going. We should slow down and start enjoying life. Too much of rush won't help us grow. Good evening, Toastmaster, fellow members and guests. Today's message across is, if you need to hang on, you better speed up. Each one of us feel it is sheer exhaustion which envelops us as we rush through the day, finishing work at home, beating the traffic, meeting deadlines in office. At the end of the day, we feel we have matched the pace of a ticking clock. However, we have lost a lot in the bargain, whether it's our peace of mind, or health, or a mere joy of doing a job well or a day spent well. Friends, our basic needs never change. It is the need to be seen, need to be appreciated, need for little love. Today, anyone can do a course on speed yoga, speed meditation, even speed dating. But you can't hurry up relationships. To emphasize this concept, the slow movement evolved in Rome. What it is telling us is to take few steps back from the rat race and start enjoying life. This movement involves many things like slow cities, slow fashion, slow money, and many more things. We need to slow down in many things. I have decided to slow down in 3 things which are under my control. Slow food, slow parenting, and slow travel. Let's now look into what is slow food. Nature has given us everything, and it knows what needs to be given to us at what point of time. I need not have to strain myself, go to a mall and pick up a California apple or a Thailand banana. If you notice, such fruits remain fresh for very long, completely doing justice to the preservatives added throughout its life cycle. The seasonal fruits and seasonal produce produced locally suits my system the best. There are some people who believe in their brains much better than what nature has given us. I casually asked my friend one day, what do you have for breakfast? He said, protein bar or protein cake. I was little taken aback. He gave me a sympathetic look as to how much outdated I can get. I wanted to ask him, has your system lost the ability to extract the protein from what you eat? So now let's look at if people at least enjoy what they eat. There is a tendency among people to eat while they are driving and also attending office conference calls. They derive pleasure out of none of the activities they multitask. So the seasonal or slow food, which is asking me to eat a traditional nutritious food with the company of my family, suits me the better. The second change which I want to make is slow parenting. It means giving more freedom to my children, allowing them to live as children and explore the world at their own pace. This is completely different from today's hyper parenting or helicopter parenting. Today, parents schedule classes after school each day, every week. They take all their kids' decisions. They resolve all their problems. Children require more slowness than adults do require. It is in such unstructured time and boredom, they learn to look at how to improve themselves, how to think creatively, how to face the world. But we are doing a great disservice to children by pushing them to learn fast and also to not to be as a child. So when in any family, if you look at it, it is the first son who is most impacted. When my son was in class 8, we admitted him or enrolled him into an IIT engineering entrance exam. This is an exam which is going to happen after his 12th standard. I asked one of my office colleague as to if that institute was a reputed one. He told me, for a one-day engineering exam, you will make your son to read for 4 years. But having paid the fees, I had no other option but to force my son to attend those classes. Then he came to 12th. He was prepared to discuss with us on anything on earth other than IIT. So that is the level of aversion he got into. If you notice in this rat race, the kids which are more mature than others do shine. But you judge yourself if these kids are good imitators or good creators. Then you will be convinced about the slow parenting concepts. The third change what I want to make is slow travel. This theory means you spend more time at fewer places, you tend to enjoy more. If I recollect my past travel, I have tried to cover all the places in the guidebook and ensured a photo taken in each of the place, promptly hosted in Facebook. But if I recollect, if I really enjoyed the travel is a question I ask myself. When I went to Munnar, we got into an auto. He told the auto driver, take us to places which you feel are worth seeing. He took us to the scenic spots which only the locals knew and also to the restaurants where good food was available. That was a memorable trip. So if your travel has to be memorable, then you have to follow the slow travel concepts. Friends, we are always getting ready to live, but never living. Slowness does not mean inefficiency or ineffectiveness. It is only telling us live your life happily at a slower pace. Life is full of choices and you have an option to select that. Try to make a change and make these small changes to your life. Slow food, slow parenting and slow travel. You will be convinced that these changes have brought more meaning to your life, greater happiness and better experiences. I can assure you that in life, you never have to look back and judge if the time was well spent. Over to you, Toastmaster.